That's what the question is. I'm not talking about God here. Where did that first amoeba come from? Forget amoeba. Amoeba is too much of a, because that came here. I'm talking about the first atom ever. We should talk about the origin of species, any species, origin of the universe, origin of life. Those are the deeper questions and the real questions. So let me just give you an example here, and especially for Darwin. When you actually start from a single cell to the current day human being, you forget the most important part of being a human being. And that's the other part of the human being. No human being can come in this planet unless they're two distinctly different human beings coming together. You know what I'm saying? And that distinctively different human being is called a woman. So the evolution of the man has to be, and I repeat, has to be, in the billions of years. What are the chances of another dimension of evolution going on from the same cell, by the way? That what are the chances of the same man with, in timeline, that another cell was producing another woman, which of course it didn't, because the woman has to come from a man or a man-like substance back in the chain. So that man-like substance has to make that conscious decision to make a totally different anatomy of the same man with a, a uterus and ovaries and whatnot that goes on with the symmetry intact. So this perfect symmetry with totally different anatomy, totally different function, has to come from a single man-like substance. Otherwise, a man made the woman. And that's what we're saying, that the man made the woman. Or the woman made the man, for all I care. I don't care. But the question is, either one cannot make, both of them cannot come at the same time. Statistically, if you run the numbers on a woman coming from the same cell, statistically, I don't even want to do the math, because a man coming in the billions of years of, what the timeline of all of this is, and all of a sudden a woman just happens to be there. It just happens to be there. I mean, we were just having a hard time running our calculators on how a man could be here, and all of a sudden there's another totally different woman here, and at the same time, now they're going to mate and make more babies? Really? She just happened to walk around?
And the whole process of actually reproduction, which was, self-replicating,
that's why I'm calling it a man-like substance. That man-like substance has to have some sort of a very conscious design, so that he can design the uterus and the ovaries from within and keep the symmetry from the outside. Not just that, he has to design the reciprocative chemistry inside the man to get attracted to this sort of anatomy. He has to do the math simultaneously for both of these things, because they cannot survive. They will never ever mate if the man is not attracted to the woman. If the man is attracted to the woman, that means it is in design of the man to get attracted to the woman. So whoever is designing the man-like substance is designing the woman-like substance, is going to create the woman, right? So he has to do alternative or parallel math all the time.
So the source is the same, and that's probably
not just the same. The consciousness of the source is the same, and the design and the planning is the same. So I get that they plan from amoeba. So I get it. It's an amazing planning sense of the amoeba. He designed the whole, or plan, or let's just say haphazardly try and mutate, adapt it, and so on. But this is not a matter of adoption, or it is not a matter of chance. It is a matter of design, because the human female chemistry complements the male anatomy, and vice versa. Well, not vice versa. The male anatomy literally is designed for the human female anatomy. You know what I'm saying? So the woman does not get attracted to the male anatomy. You need to understand that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what evolutionary biologists cannot solve by now. But okay, we get that. Hence, men in pornography and women, traces. Hence, cosmetic industry putting women there and not men. Hence, in Islam, women to be covered, not men. So the woman gets only complimented by the anatomy of the man. But the man literally gets attracted and is the source of all human species to survive. So the woman's anatomy is the key here. And the man's chemistry is the key here. How did they come to be in the same time and, complete the picture? So this is not evolution. This is intelligent design and amazingly immaculate timing by a substance, in their opinion, which couldn't even think. It's just a blob.